wake up, okay? There has been more news coming out ever since the opinion of the judges document Roe versus Wade have been made known to the publics. Now we have our bill, our governor, Tennessee, said, you know what? Y'all not even going to be able to get medication abortions. I've even seen some news articles that state that Tennessee is not even going to allow Planned motherfucking B. Are you serious? Are you serious? I know that there's a lot of people in regards to a religion that don't feel like it's right to have an abortion. But I ask you this. How can you say that when God also flooded the world? How can you say that when God actually convinced Abraham to try and attempt to kill his son? Okay? I do not believe that it's up to another person to determine if you should be with child. Yes, you should be more careful. Yes, you should not be having unprotected sex. Yes, you should be more responsible for your body. But overall, I should not have to have a child if I do not want to. Now, we are in the time where that will now be up to the state. And I feel like, and I no, not even feel, I know that Tennessee will be one of the states that will outlaw abortion. A lot of people are stating the reason why is because white people are not populating at the rate to sustain their majority in this country. I don't understand if the world is overpopulated, why abortions are not a thing. Now, granted, there could be more regulations on abortions as far as if the known husband knows that his wife is getting an abortion, should he be able to object or prevent the abortion? That maybe can have some regulations, okay? But as far as saying no abortions allowed, can you imagine somebody who was raped or who was very young or who is poor to have these babies? There's people that's always blaming minorities and other people for being on food stamps, but at the same time, you're banning abortions, and where are those babies going to go? Back into the state. What is mothers going to have to do to provide for their children? Back on food stamps. What is the probability of graduating college if you have a baby? It drops drastically. Okay, so I just want to put this information out there to remind people, look at the bigger picture. What about your daughter? What about if you get somebody pregnant that you find out have a mental disorder? I mean, there's so many scenarios where abortion might be the right way. However, I don't believe that abortions should be granted when you're so far along. So I do not believe that. I've also heard Dave Chappelle. I don't know if y'all know who that is. It's a famous. He's a famous comedian, but he also made the point. Well, if women can decide whether or not to have the baby, then should a man be able to decide if they want to abandon the baby? And that all to me can be introduced to the regulations, but to totally prevent abortions, medical safe abortions, is ludicrous. If people do not want babies, they will find ways not to have babies. You hear all the time back alley abortions, people burying babies, people hiding babies from their parents or loved ones, okay? All this will do is increase that occurrence. It would increase people going to jail. There's no way by making abortions illegal and not having the actual Constitution of America to back that up and giving the power to the states, that it would actually be good for our democracy. And the people who believe that it is fucking delusional, okay? More than likely they're a man or they belong to a religious group. And I have to ask, if all babies go to heaven, Why would it be a crime to send you to heaven, but not a crime to go to war? Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. This has been another Divine Honesty.